evening, everybody. Welcome to the PMP Introduction Training. Please allow me to introduce today's speaker, Amitabh Saxena. Amitabh Saxena has total 30 years of experience with initial 10 years spent in erection and commissioning of large petrochemical projects and later 20 years spent in implementing process improvement projects in manufacturing, construction, IT, healthcare, supply chain, and financial domains. He is an author of 2 books, writes weekly newspaper columns, and regularly appears on business TV channels for work related to project management and process excellence. A chemical engineer, MBA Finance, PMP, and Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, Amitabh is a founder and the CEO of Inexas, a Copenhagen-based consulting organization.
Welcome, and welcome everyone to the training program. PMP introduction, and with the 3 tips to pass the PMP exam. I am assuming that all of you are looking forward to not only, of course, learn some tools and techniques of project management, but also pass the PMP exam. So this program is specially devoted to those who are appearing for the PMP exam. And also if you aren't appearing for a PMP exam, definitely this program will give you some tools and techniques to apply to your day-to-day operations and project management. Project management, as you know, will be is generally applicable to all the projects. You know, even though if you're arranging a office dinner party, that is also a project. Even if you're arranging a vacation for your family, that is also a project. So project management is applicable everywhere. And as I was telling, that this whole training of 2 hours is based on how to pass the Lean Six, the PMP project management training. And I also conduct Lean Six Sigma training. So as I'm introducing yourself, a lot of people might have seen me doing those trainings. I also conduct a CPHQ, Certified Professional and Healthcare Quality Trainings. So everything related to project management and quality, we are full-time into that. And we have a great team with us who supports us in all those trainings, and also setting up those trainings, especially in these situations nowadays, where we have gone online. We are touching a lot of people right now with our all RPA, AI, Lean Six Sigma, project management based trainings. We have implemented RPA in some organizations, especially the financial, in the banks and financial services industries. And we have also, in the initial stages when I was young, as a young chemical engineer, I joined some petrochemical companies, and I had an experience of erection and commissioning of one EPDM rubber plant, and later on polyethylene terephthalate rubber plant, PET manufacturing plant. And I became, after that, after 15 years, I became a Lean and Six Sigma Master Black Belt. And since then, I've been doing lots and lots of projects, improvement projects around the world. As you can see, that we have done training programs worldwide, and just to prove that we have done training programs worldwide, earlier, before the pandemic, we used to go to the classrooms and do these trainings. So some proof that we have really done the programs for you in various cities, right from Copenhagen to Riyadh and UAE and Philippines and US and London and Paris and Switzerland and Singapore. You know, we have photographs from everywhere, just to give you a little bit of trust, just to build a trust, you know, that you are in safe hands. And I see this is Switzerland. I remember Novartis. One is this is Maersk, Denmark, and this one is US Pepsi. We have won a lot of awards for our Lean Six Sigma, project management, and healthcare, certified professional healthcare projects, which we have done lots of healthcare projects in the hospitals, especially in Middle East and National Healthcare Service in London in the UK. Appeared on TV shows, yeah. So just to, we had a lot of fun on this TV show, and I've appeared and I keep speaking in a lot of as an expert in many of the TV discussions. I have a lot of videos where I won't show you too many. This is another one where I've spoken about RPA
on 21st of May
project implementation along with Lean and Six
I'm going to
Sigma.
speak in American Society of Quality's
So
World Conference.
this was
in
an
Fort
RPA
Worth,
project
Texas.
implementation.
I'm going to talk about how one of the fields in artificial intelligence, robotic process automation or RPA, can be used to support process improvement initiatives along with Lean and Six Sigma. We will see how this combination leads to improved productivity, improved quality, and reduced costs. Using a case study from a bank, I will share a roadmap to leverage the capabilities of existing quality programs like Six
So
Sigma.
it's
with
all about
RPA.
projects, and railways, IT, banking. We have done projects in almost all industries. As I said, I will not show you all the videos. If you are interested in seeing these videos, you can always have a look at on our Facebook page, and also, I have put a lot of my training videos on. This is okay. One more thing. I've been a regular columnist in various newspapers and in English as well as in Hindi, and also written a book, an Excel story. As I said, these videos I'm not going to show you, but if you are interested, you can always have see those videos. Okay, coming back now. Let us come back to our agenda for the day. I'll give you actually in the next 2 hours, I'm going to give you a condensed version of the full program of a 35-hour program, especially held over the period of 4 days. Or in the evenings, if we do, it is like 2 hours every day, run over, I think, sometimes 4 to 5 weeks. And this entitles you to 35 PDUs, which are essential for appearing the PMP examination. We are an REP, Registered Education Provider of PMI, and those who are attending this training are also entitled to get these 2 PDUs. For if you want the certificate, you can contact our team. If you don't want the certificate, still you can claim directly on the website. But if you want to have a certificate as a memory and a proof, definitely will be happy to provide you that. You can ask our team a little later. Well, so agenda for the day is first we'll discuss about what is project management, okay, and a definition of a project phases, and the knowledge areas. We'll talk about the details of these knowledge areas after that, and some of the tools and techniques used in these knowledge areas like scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resources, risk management, communications management, procurement management, and stakeholders management. So one tool each we will pick up so that you get a full overview, bigger picture of how to manage a project. And then of course, towards the end, I will give you the 3 tips to pass the examination very easily: what to study and what not to study. Okay, and of course we'll have after formally completing the training program within 2 hours. After that, I will throw the floor open for the question and answer. And now let me ask you, when there is no project manager, see, project can still happen, project can still be executed even though there is no project manager, even though there is no assigned project manager. But can you imagine what will happen? And if you can write in the chat box, what will happen if there is no project manager? Suppose time delays, chaos, okay, increased costs. So let me write it down, okay? Okay, just a minute, let me write it down. So people are saying time delays, okay. Time delays, chaos, okay.
Planning.
Budget, yes. Sorry?
No planning.
Okay, no planning. Okay, planning.
Conflicts,
Budgets of okay over budget. Okay,
miscommunication,
miscommunication and
a lack of control,
okay, lack of control. Okay,
low
yeah,
quality,
yeah. So okay, so I can see it. I'll read it for you. In fact, rather than writing, and you got it. So project management is all about, and people are saying leadership lag, leadership without army, chaos, delays, low quality, project failure. Yes. So all these things will not happen if you have a project manager, and also you are following project management tools and techniques, which you are going to learn today. Okay, so let us start learning about these tools and techniques, and I'll take you to a slide where we learn more about the tools and techniques of project management. So what is a basic definition of a project? And many of you must be already aware of this, but still formally to begin with, always better to define whatever you're talking about. So project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to produce a unique product or service. Yeah. It is temporary. Project has a definite start. Like every time project will have a starting point and an end point. It doesn't exist after some time. It is dead. Project is dead after some time. Yeah. So it has got a temporary team. It's a temporary opportunity or necessity. Usually the end result is a product or service which is not temporary, which is permanent. So suppose you are constructing a refinery. I see a lot of people from construction constructing a refinery, people from oil and gas. So I'm just trying to combine both the examples. When you're constructing a refinery, constructing refinery is a one-time endeavor, but the refinery will exist for years, for decades. Then IT, you are developing, upgrade of an IT system, okay. That is a temporary endeavor, but of course the system, IT system is going to exist for a long, long time, isn't it? Unless till the time it is upgraded again. So that is what you mean by temporary endeavor. And of course it has a starting point and an end point. Okay. Then it is unique. Every project is different. Yeah. Although they have some common features, but it is progressively elaborated. So suppose you are constructing a 5-star hotel. Usually in our training programs, we take up, one tip I tell you, although this is not one of the 3 tips I'm talking about, but one tip, this is for a learning tip. So when we are conducting our training program, and we conduct regular training programs of PMP, almost every weekend we are running the batches. And every time, depending on the type of people we have. So if people are from IT, most of the people are from IT, then I'll take up an IT project. If people are from construction, we take up construction project. If people are mixed batch of people, then we take a project which is easily understood. Like very, very favorite project is construction of a 5-star hotel project, right? So we take up this and we apply all these tools and techniques. And the best thing, one of the exam tip I'm talking about, and this is not, as I said, it is apart from those 3 tips I'm going to talk about toward the end. So one of the tips is think about one project, a large project, multi-million-dollar projects. Okay, usually 1 year to 2 year duration. Think of a large project. Learn all those tools and techniques with respect to that project. Okay, relation to that project. And whenever there's an exam question, whatever question is asking, think with respect to that particular project and answer the question, and you will get the answer. Okay. Otherwise, if you learn, talk about cost management and earned value analysis, then you have got critical path method, then PERT and CPM and the Monte Carlo. Then you have got risk management and so many things and topics. No, try to keep everything really in relation to one project. So today, of course, for 2 hours, whatever is possible, we'll try to apply all the tools and techniques to a 5-star hotel project. We'll imagine we are constructing a 5-star hotel. All of us are constructing 5-star hotel. Okay. So progressively proceeding in steps, continuing. So when you are constructing a 5-star hotel, like we are first taking government approval, then after we are designing. After that, we are, let's say, constructing the floors one by one, and worked out with care and detail, developed thoroughly. And then we will recruit the people, and it's a full commissioned five-star hotel. That's what we are intending to construct. So this is, it fits the definition of project. It's temporary and it is unique. And these are the triple constraint: scope, cost, and time for every project. Scope means you have to deliver what the customer wants, the features and functionality of that five-star hotel. I'm not going to talk about too much about it because you understand what five-star hotel is. And due to lack of time, of course, my regular training, I describe everything in detail. But right now, we will try to teach you as many tools as possible. So time, within the specific time duration, you have to complete your project. So that is important. And within the approved budget. These are the three biggest constraints. And also the resources. And when you are talking about these three constraints, look at the quality. Quality is specifically with respect to the scope. Scope means I'm going to check. You told me that you will use Italian marble in the reception area of my five-star hotel. I'll check if you are using it with those specifications and you have done as per the what you have written in the scope statement. Yes, 100% quality. But if not, then of course, I have an issue of quality. Similarly, if you are completing your tasks within the time duration, then you are absolutely fantastic quality. But no, sorry, no, there is some issue there. And cost as well. If you are able to manage your project, all the work package, I'll talk about what is work package later, but all the activities which you are doing and all the work, whichever you have got the approved budget, if you are completing within that budget, that means you are again 100% quality. If not, then quality is definitely not 100%. And of course, you would like to achieve as high a quality as possible. Okay, if you are not achieving quality, then you have some tools and techniques which we will talk about, which you can use to bring the quality back to the desired levels. Then resources. Resources is important, and the risks. Risks are also to be first conceived. All the possible risks you have to foresee, and you have to take in action when they occur. And of course, you have to plan for all these risks. You have to come out with some strategy. We'll talk about that as well very, very quickly. Projects and strategic planning. So all the projects are usually a result of strategic plans. Company wants to be number one particular field or area in a location, and they, it may, would like to, let's say, upgrade an IT system. So project results from a strategic plan in order to meet the vision and mission, vision of the organization, to achieve the vision of the organization while following its mission. The company, and I'm not going to talk about what is vision and mission in this program, but I hope you have a fair understanding of that. So to achieve your vision, to be number one hospital in this particular area, to be number one IT company in my field, whatever is your vision, you need to do certain, you have to undertake some projects. So the project may result from that. It can be a market demand. It can be an organizational need. It can be customer request. Customer may say, please implement ISO 9000. Implementation of ISO 9000 becomes a project. Please implement JCI. Please JCI accreditation. Please implement the CMM. See, these are all projects. Yeah. Technological advance. Upgrade your mobile. Upgrade your mobile. That is also can also become a like Samsung coming out with an upgrade. That can also be a project. A legal requirement. Government tells you that you have to, environmental regulations. If you are not fulfilling, you may have to take up some improvement projects. Right? Good. Then sub-projects, program, and portfolio. There is a very beautiful diagram, but I'm not going to show you that because I want to show you other tools and techniques. But sub-projects are components of the project that are contracted out. Like, for example, when you are constructing the 5-star hotel, projects may include like laying the foundation can be a sub-project, painting the 5-star hotel can be a sub-project. Program, suppose your organization has got you are an organization and you're a projects organization, let us say, and you are not only constructing one 5-star hotel, you are constructing like 3-4 hotels, a residential complex, all are related to constructions. So all the constructions projects may be handled by a program manager. So group of projects is a program and group of programs is portfolio. Okay, so, and when you are talking about a project life cycle, project generally has, it can be divided into the various phases. Typically, 3 phases are definitely there: initial phase, the intermediate phase, and final phase. At the initial stages, the cost and staffing levels are low, and they increase, reach the peak during the intermediate phases, especially during the planning, execution, and monitoring and controlling phases. And of course, towards the end, they reduce. And influence of the stakeholders is highest in the beginning, and the cost of changes. You can propose all changes. You can change the color of your 5-star hotel at the initial stages. Cost of change is very low, but later on, if you are going to do that, of course, it's not going to be so cheap. It will really cost you a lot. So cost of changes increases. Influence of stakeholders reduces. Stakeholder to influence the project to make changes reduces as the project progresses. Okay, project stakeholder. Who are the project stakeholder? Project stakeholders are the people who are positively or negatively impacted by the project. So obviously, project manager would be one of them. Yeah. Customer or the user. So let us say we have got Mr. Let's say, who would like to be a billionaire who is going to give this 5-star hotel order? Tell me. Yes. Whoever says, yes, me. So we have Shuvadeep. Yeah, Shuvadeep used to like, me. 2 times he has written with MEEE. Wow. So Shuvadeep is the billionaire who wants to start a hotel, and then we have got and Imran. Imran also, okay, Imran, we will make you his friend. So Imran is a Shuvadeep's friend, and Shuvadeep tells, because Shuvadeep is a multi-billionaire, he doesn't have time to implement a project. So he tells Imran that, can you please, I need a 5-star hotel, I don't have time. So Imran becomes the person. So user, I would say, in this case, user may be Shuvadeep, and customer in this case, because now Imran is going to handle, and Imran is basically owning lots of chains of hotels, right? So Shuvadeep thought that, well, Mr. Imran should be the person who should handle this. And, so the customer becomes Imran in this case. And one of the persons will be the project manager. And let's see who is the project manager. And please remind me, I forget the names later on. So Mr. Raj, okay, whoever says fastest fingers first, let's see who's got the right answer and the fastest one. So Raj. So Raj is the project manager, Imran is the customer, and user, the final user would be Shuvadeep. Okay, so please remember those names and remind me those names a little later when we are proceeding further. And not only that, now Raj has got a good team. He belongs to a good, excellent, beautiful project management, professional project organization, execution organization. We call that as a performing organization. Even the performing organization is a stakeholder. Not only individuals, even the organizations are stakeholders. Project team members, all the team members in Raj's team would be stakeholders. Project management team. The managers in his team would be also stakeholder. Sponsor, maybe Shuvadeep plans to, or Imran plans to take some loan from the bank, or So the bank, in case if they want to take the loan from the bank becomes the sponsor. Or in this case, let us keep things simple. So let's say a real sponsor is, it depends on this arrangement between Imran and Shubhadeep, but let's say real sponsor is this case, the Shubhadeep only. And so he's the sponsor, and influencers are the people. Let's say this project needs to be built on a land which is right now partially occupied by some people who need to be vacated. So they are also stakeholders. And PMO is the back office of the back office for the project managers. So if you are working in a projectized organization, especially, or any large organization, and if you're running multiple projects, there will be one back office which will maintain all the templates and maintain the record of where these project team members are working in different projects. That is known as PMO. Even the PMO, project management organization, is also a stakeholder. Then there are different types of organizational structures when we are talking about the projects. So I'll not go into the details too much, but very, very quickly, just to give you a little bit fair understanding. As I said, like in my training programs in project management, I explain these things in great detail. But let us come back to this matrix, which is a summarized table for different types of organizations. So functional means most of the organizations are functional in nature, and on the extreme end we have hardly projectized organization, and somewhere in between lie the balanced metrics, weak metrics, or strong metrics. So let us see one by one. Functional organization has got like marketing function, operations function, IT function, HR function, headed by a functional manager, and of course they have a team. If you're doing projects in such types of functional organizations, you will have like Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C. There's a project can be not like very big project, like shifting the office from one location to another project. That's also the project, and organizing an office dinner party, and that's maybe a project. So we pull out one person from each department, and they form a team and they execute those projects. Not project manager actually is not really needed in those cases. One person can act like a coordinator. Extreme other end is projectized, highly projectized organization, totally devoted to only projects. So such organizations, you have a chief executive. He has got lots of project managers with him, and each project manager has got his own team, his own HR manager, his own IT person, his own procurement person, his own even sometimes staff. Even if it's a construction company, construction workers, full-time construction workers, everyone working under project manager, everyone reporting to the project manager. So in functional organization, staff is always reporting to the functional manager. Like marketing team will report to marketing, operations team will report to operations head. But here, everyone is reporting to the project manager. So project manager, definitely really, really powerful here. Then we have got weak metrics. Weak metrics means a little bit towards the functional, but project manager, there's a little bit of more project management tools, techniques, applications are seen. And we have a team again who are accomplishing some projects. And while they're accomplishing the project, they stay together. And after some time, they get dismantled. So in this case, that is weak metrics. Balanced metrics, we have got, again, a team, but one person acts like a project manager. During the execution of this project, this person, the staff is reporting to this project manager. The staff is reporting to, like have a dotted line reporting to functional manager as well as project manager. Yeah, so reporting to. And here, like many people are from quality department, they may be knowing Lean Six Sigma projects. This is one example of balanced metric organization. One person acts like a project manager, like a black belt, and then they can take up an improvement project of 6 to 7, 8 months, and then they execute this project. During the project execution, team is reporting to the black belt or the master black belt for that time, but they go back to their organization. The IT person goes back to IT organization, and he starts reporting to IT head. His appraisal is still written by IT head. The inputs are obviously taken from the project manager. And the other one is strong metrics, more leaning towards the projectized organization, where you have got different functions like IT head, with an IT team, an HR head with an HR team, an operation head with an operation team, but of course, one project manager, project head of project managers, he's also there. So in such situations, we call it as strong matrix organization. Project manager remains always with the project team, but they borrow the team members from different departments during the project execution. Everyone reports to the project manager full time, and they go back to their functional organization. So these are different types of organizations. And one more thing, so I keep referring during my trainings, and I see some people who have attended my training is still there. Okay, you're doing a revision. Aha, okay, that's great. So they will know. I keep referring to this, always, and this is the thing if you want to, learn more and more about project management. So again, it is all coming from PMBOK. PMBOK means Project Management Book of Knowledge. Okay, again, issued by PMI, Project Management Institute, and we are an REP, registered education provider of PMI. We follow each and all the guidelines what PMI tells us to follow, and this is what we are talking about. So PMI divides the project phases into 5 phases, major phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring. Now, execution and monitoring and controlling happen simultaneously. So while you are executing the project or executing a particular phase, you are also monitoring whether you are doing it correctly or not. We call it PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act cycle. And then also the closure group means closing process group means whatever activities we are taking, like you are taking a painting activity, painting had to be closed. When you are designing has to be closed. So closing a phase or closing the whole project. So there are 5 major phases. Okay, and of course it doesn't mean that you will finish initiation, then next is planning, then execution. They're not like finish to start relationships, like they can be overlapping. Yeah, so you can continue with your planning and you can start simultaneously executing some of the activities, some of the work packages. You can definitely. So there's an interaction between the phases. This is denoted like this. So initiation process group, like you are doing a project from January to December, or let's say January to let's say our 5-star hotel project is 2-year project. Yeah, so first 2-3 months we'll be in the initiation group. Then right from the beginning till almost towards the end, we may be in a planning phase. We can be doing planning related activities, but the amount of number of activities related to planning will be highest somewhere here, and it will reduce. Similarly, execution increases, start right from almost the 2nd or 3rd month, it goes on and peaks towards this somewhere in the middle, and then of course towards the end it reduces drastically. Closing obviously will take all the activities or processes related to closing will be done towards the end. But there is an interaction, you can see overlap is there, right? So first thing, now if I go back, I'll keep referring to this, and those who are seriously appearing for the PMI examination, another tip, and again, this is not the top 3 tips I'm talking about, one more tip. Please print this paper and laminate it on an A3 big poster and put it on your study table in front of you. Keep referring to that. If you just study this and understand the sequence and the activities, just memorize that, you'll know how the project is executed, and you can answer a lot of questions. Because a lot of questions are related to integration of all the processes, right? So develop first initiation phase. You do 2 things: develop the project charter, okay, and identify your stakeholders. And you remember who are stakeholders, okay? So we develop a project charter. Project charter looks something like this. I'll just share with you. So this is an IT project. Maybe I'll share 5-star hotel project also, but information upgrade project. So it is one by one. Project title, information upgrade project. It will have a start date. It has an end date. It has got Azure project objectives. What are the overall objectives of the projects you are listing down here. What is the budget for? So these are very important components of typical projects. And similarly, I have got some other project charters for different companies or different industries. But as I said, I hope you got the idea. So it has a what is the project title? Title has to be the start date, finish date, manager, and the details of how to communicate with this manager, project objectives, what exactly you are looking for, description of a little bit of what exactly you expect to see after say 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, once the project is completed. And after that, once you have created that, and as I said, like, I'm just giving you an overview, brief overview. So next thing, once you have created the project charter, once you have understood what you want to do, and let me show you another one also, because we are talking about, we took up a 5-star hotel because many people are from that area. So this here is a charter for a 5-star hotel also. Yeah. So this is a detailed one, but as I said, I'm not going to read it out, but just have an understanding that you have to create a project charter in the initial phases. Once you have done that, next is, now remember, in the project charter, you don't tell all the things in detail. You'll not tell which Italian tiles, what will be the specification of the Italian tiles you are going to use in the reception area, or what type of air conditioners you will be using in the hotel, or what type of restaurants, 3 or 4 restaurants, you like to have in this 5-star hotel, or what should be the size of the swimming pool. That is not mentioned in the charter. So you have to now collect the requirement. The scope management. Second is scope management. Now you collect the requirements from the people, from the experts, from the users, from the customer, from Mr. Imran, from Mr. Shubhadeep, from Mr. All the people who are experts in hotel industry. You can use Delphi technique. Delphi technique means 3 experts, big experts, one in New York, one in Sydney, one in Tokyo, and tell them, we are constructing a 5-star hotel in which city you want. Okay, of course, just let me, I forgot to tell the city. How can we made a project charter? We did not realize. You should tell the city, which city, just let me know. Seattle, okay, so we'll go with Seattle. Oh, Muscat, oh, so Seattle came from Muscat, Tokyo. Wow. Let's have all the 3 projects. Wow, you guys are great. Your future is bright. As a team, I think all of us can construct these hotels. So let us go with the Seattle. Okay, so first was Seattle, one was Khobar. Okay, go Mumbai. Okay, that shows from where you are joining. That's so nice to see. So wherever you are, so you in that particular city, and then you tell these experts, sir, we are building a hotel, and then you ask their opinion. They will tell you a lot of requirements. Yeah, you should do this, this, this. You collect all the requirements, compile everything, and send them back again. Then they will see and study these compilations, and then again they will give you a feedback. And this to and fro, do 2 to 3 times. This one is Delphi technique. Delphi technique is there. Expert opinion is there. Past projection. All these things you can collect the detailed requirements, and you have to make a scope statement. Detailed scope, define scope. Very important. This is very important, because whatever you are writing in the scope statement is going to be checked in the closing phase. Your sponsor, Mr. Imran, will stand like this. He will look at the scope statement. It is written that, Italian marble of this specification was supposed to be there, and it's not there. He said, I'll refuse to sign. No, he will say like that. Shubhadeep will also say like, sorry, I don't accept. So what will happen to Mr. Raj? So Raj has to very carefully collect requirements is very important. And take a signature of all your sponsors, customers, users. That's what is happening. And once you have created the scope statement, the detailed scope statement, and that is what here is mentioned here. I'm not going to read out like a 5-star hotel, a very, very detailed scope statement, all the very, very detailed. This is very shortened version, by the way. Due to lack of time, I can't show you all the details, but deliverables and what are the assumptions and acceptance criteria and the constraints, and everything needs to be very, very clearly captured. And once that is done, after that you are ready to make break it down, all the bigger, the whole project has to be broken down further. We call it work breakdown structure. Keep on breaking it down till the time you reach a level where a cost and time can be fairly accurately assigned to each of that work package. So the lowest rung in the ladder here, I would say, is work package, where I can assign. This is for an IT system, created for an IT system. So here you are breaking down the whole project into smaller and smaller number of packages, and finally you get to know that fairly accurately, like application development, I can assign some time and cost to that. We call it as work package. Once we have created a work package, and let us see here, we have created a work package for the 5-star hotel. Also, this was created by one of our team, the person who's actually doing the project management training with us right now. So she had created this, and thanks to her and that team of all the people who joined our project management trainings, they become like a real good, nice project team, like a family. So they contribute a lot, and they do the activity simultaneously, and finally they have all the almost all the ready-made project ready to go, which can be executed, the 5-star hotel or IT project, or any some teams constructing their hospitals, their refineries, etc. So once we have got work breakdown structure, code of accounts, like for example, if you see here, let me see, okay. This is 1.3, this is 1.3.1. This is known as code of accounts. Okay. So code of accounts is there. We can assign cost and time to those code of accounts. Then after that, work packages, deliverably at the lowest level of the work breakdown structure, and the work WBS dictionary. WBS dictionary includes work package descriptions, means what exactly you are going to do. All the activities in that work package is that, yeah. All the activities in the work packages, like CP acquisition, what exactly are comprises of all the activities are listed in that. This is known as WBS dictionary. Remember those terms later on, maybe we'll refer to that. So we have got our WBS dictionary, and after that, then you take those activities and schedule them. Schedule them using different techniques. One of them is PDM. Yeah. Precedence diagramming method, activity on node. Activity A, B, C. A and D can be done in parallel. B cannot happen unless A is completed. C cannot happen unless B is completed. D, E. F can be done in parallel along with A and D. And we calculated the total time duration of all the paths. Yeah. And whichever path is having the longest duration, it is known as the critical path. Critical path. And someone is asking how many PDUs from this webinar? 2 PDUs, 2 hours, 2 PDUs. Okay. So here we have got Adil Khan answering. Khan Sahab ne bilkul sahi jawab diya hai. I mean, A, B, C. Yes, you are right. Let me see. 11, 4. Yeah, 15 weeks. 15 weeks is the critical path. Yes. Start A, B, C, F is the critical path. Means if I delay any of the activity A, B, and C, it will delay my project. But if I can delay D and E a little bit, doesn't matter. Let us do an exercise. We'll do an exercise on critical path method in a short while. But once we have, once you have listed down the activities, you'll use milestone charts to report your project plan. You can use Gantt charts. Yeah. Microsoft Project you can use. Although PMP doesn't recommend any project management software, but many of the companies, they use most of the times projects. Although we don't conduct training programs. We are with PMI and REP of PMI. So PMI doesn't support or doesn't recommend any software. So we are preparing you for hardcore, like we are preparing you for passing the exam for sure. You know, you can keep on attending our sessions again till the time you pass the exam. We ensure that you pass the exam. How come? How come you can fail? Okay, let us solve a problem. So here, let us do an exercise. So I have just, you're a project manager, and activity A, let's say approval of it. Let's say I'll take our whole 5-star hotel project, like approval is activity A, first step activity. And it can start immediately, approval from the government authorities. Then comes design. Design can happen after the approval, because once we have got the approval, then only we'll start designing. We don't have to waste our time and money. You know what happened? It may happen that the hotel project doesn't get approved by the government. So we'll start design only after finishing approval. Construction can happen simultaneously. No, after the design. Sorry, yes. So after design comes construction. So construction can start after design is completed. Okay, and then recruitment. Because we have to commission the whole hotel project. We have to commission it. As a running, ready to operate hotel. Mr. Imran should be happy. Shuvadeep should be happy. He wants a ready to run. Ready to mint money. Yeah, Shuvadeep, Bill and I, they don't tolerate inefficiencies. Yes, Raj, beware. You are the project manager. Okay, so here. So recruitment can start simultaneously while you're designing and so these are the activities. So let me take you through our let's see. Let us go to the whiteboard. Okay, so although this is again a tip when you are constructing a diagram, usually write start and finish. Yeah, the first activity was, I think, approval. I'll just write as activity A. It is taking, I think, three months. The next activity was, and simultaneously we can do two things. We can start recruiting the people also, plus we can also I think it was design. Yes, so design is activity B. And activity C was recruitment. And after designing, we can construct. So that is activity D. And after this, we can, here is the commissioning. This is E. Commissioning means staff is recruited and we started functioning. And finish, we'll hand it over to Mr. Imran and Shuvadeep in a nice ceremony held in the same 5-star hotel. And then you'll relate to the story. 2 years back, this hotel was a playground, and then it was a dream, and then all stories, emotional stories. Lessons learned, that will become, while you're completing the project, you'll put your lessons learned with the PMO. Okay, so you're finishing, and then I forgot the duration, so let me see that. So A is 3 months, and B is 3, 6, and D is 8. So 3, 6, and 8, and 4. Okay. So let us put that. Okay. So this is 3, 6, and 8, and 4. So some of you are already expert, I could see, but those who are not, I will tell them there are 2 paths, S, A, B, D, and E, and finish, right? So which is taking how much time? 6 plus 14, 18 months. And the other path is how much? Start and A and C and E and finish. So it is taking how much time? 9 plus 4, 13, okay. 13 months. So obviously the critical path is, and whenever we get a critical path, normally you can highlight that this is the critical path. Yeah, the critical path. Then for each of those activities, we will create early start and early finish time. So every box, this is the box. This we say early start, early finish. Earliest I can finish, early start, early finish. Latest start and latest finish. Okay. So early start. I can start this activity A at 0 month, like right in the beginning, and it will finish by 3. Here, early start, I can start because 3, so I can start at 3. It takes 3 months. So 3 plus 3, 6 months, I can finish, early finish. And earliest I can start this at 6, right? 6. And earliest I can finish by 6 plus 8 is how much it is? 14. Okay. And then here I can, okay, before I move, let me finish this as well. So C I can start earliest at 3. And earliest I can finish, because 6 months it takes, so I can finish in 9 months. Okay. Now E. When can I start? Earliest when can I start? Can you tell me? Earliest when can I start? Activity E. So many of you are saying, some are saying 9, some are saying 14. So those who are saying 9, I'd like to tell you them, you cannot start E unless you finish both D and C, right? Both D and C. So you cannot start at 9, you have to start at 14. And earliest finish can be 18. Okay, we call it as forward pass. So when I'm looking at this, and when I'm looking at early start, early finish filling, I say forward pass. Forward pass means I move from left to right, from here to here, right? Now let us do backward pass. Backward pass, I will fill these things. Late start, late finish. Okay. So late finish, so you start from E then. 18 here, and this can be 14. Okay, very good. Now, late finish for activity D is 14 only. Late finish for activity C. Tell me, late finish for activity C, how much? Late finish for activity C. Let's see, right answer will get you $1,000. Let us see who has given the right. A lot of people have given right answer, but fastest finger first was Ibrahim. Okay, so Ibrahim, yes, you're right. 14. Yes, 14 minus 6. Here becomes what? 8. Okay, very good. And let us look at now activity 3. Sorry, activity A. Latest you can finish by when? Oh, before that, let me finish D also. So D becomes here 6. Okay, this also 6, and this also 3. Now activity A. See, whenever there are 2 branches. See, branches, 2 branches going from A to B and C. Be careful here. Similarly, we were very careful here also at E. 2 branches coming to E. Very, very careful. When there is no branch, don't worry. It's very easy. So here, yes, as you rightly said, this is 3 and this is 0. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Well, there is no time to explain all the reasoning behind these, whatever I have done, but you can watch this again. The recording will be sent to you. It will be available on YouTube. A lot of other recordings of detailed tools and techniques. I have explained detailed things. A lot of quality tools I have explained. Those who are interested in other programs, CPHQ or Lean Six Sigma, Yellow Belt, Green Belt, all are freely available on my Annexus YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and Annexus channel. You can subscribe. It's totally free of cost. You can have a look at those tools and techniques being described by me. Sometimes I'm having a beard also. During lockdown, I grew a beard. So, you may see a different person talking, but in the same voice. So you can have a look. You can just subscribe to that Annexus YouTube channel and learn a lot of tools and techniques. So in that, I have explained and very, very nicely, slowly. I have taken 2-3 examples, but here, very quickly, let us move on to the next one. Very good, absolutely fantastic. So this is how we do the No. Before that. Yes. One more thing. You cannot delay anything on A, B, D, and E, but can you delay on C? Is some float available there? Is some float available? Yeah, yes, a lot of people are writing. Raj, the project manager, says yes. So we call it a float, 14 minus 9. How much is the float available? We call it slag, float. How much we can float around? Five months. We can float around 5 months. We can relax. In recruitment, we can relax. Anyway, HR people are say, oh, they're always relaxed. Sorry. Just joking. So the recruitment team can relax a little bit only for 5 months. We call it as float, slack, okay? Anyway, and we have got some project float also sometimes, like it is taking 18 months, right? But we have committed 2 years, 18, so 24 months. So we are finishing our hotel in 18 months, but we have committed to Mr. Imran and Mr. Shubhadeep for 24. So we have a project float also. We call it project float. Yeah. How much project float is available? How much is the project float available? 6 months. Wow, Kumara, you are great. Adil, wow. You're already expert. Why you are here? You already appears to be all certified PMP. I think PMI has sent to you to audit me. Am I conducting the training program correctly? Okay, very nice. Good. So many of you are already aware of these concepts. Okay, others who are not, don't worry. This takes a little time to understand, but it's very easy. All these things are very easy. This is considered to be very tough topic, by the way. What you just did, this is considered very tough. People fail. They say fail. We fail in PMI. I don't understand why they fail. I don't understand. Really, I don't understand why they fail. They should learn from us. That is why we keep giving you tips. Okay. Another cost management, very difficult topic. Let me teach you some cost management techniques. Very difficult. They say earned value analysis. Earned value analysis. What is earned value analysis? What is EV? So when you are okay, sorry. Before that, let us not forget. I was giving you a tip, and the tip myself I forget. How can I blame others? So keep looking at this, right? So we have now beautifully captured the WBS and then created the activities, defined the activities, very detailed, sequence the activities, estimate activity duration. We estimate the activity duration again from experts, from the previous projects, lessons learned, Delphi technique, brainstorming, and almost every time you have got organizational, there are other factors also. I'll not go into those details, but you have to take input from policies and procedures of the organization, the culture of the organization, a lot of resources are available in the organization, facilities are there, infrastructure. You have to take consider all these things, and they become inputs to all those processes. By the way, these these numbers are referring to the relevant chapter of PMBOK 4.1. So if you want to develop project charter, read about it, go to 4.1 chapter of PMBOK. 5.1 plan scope management, that's what it's referring to. So here, coming back. So now we manage the schedule, we estimated the activity duration, developed the schedule. And while we're developing, while we are executing, we are also controlling. Mr. Project Manager, you told that this design will take 3 months. Is it on time? Well, in design also, there are different work packages, work activities. All these activities have been sequenced, and everything is now taken care of by softwares. I remember in 1993, when I was commissioning EPDM rubber manufacturing plant, ethylene propylene dye in rubber. We used to make like in blue ammonia print, used to make such huge ones, diagrams, we used to have, we were totally confused, and that CPM, we every time we used to calculate incorrectly, but now you have softwares, you don't have to worry, just learn the concept, understand the concept, that's good enough. You don't have to really worry too much about this, making those diagrams yourself in the real life. So coming back, activity durations, develop the schedule. And you are monitoring and controlling. This keeps on happening. And this is the knowledge area, we call it schedule management. Then comes another knowledge area. Don't forget about the cost. Again here, we plan estimate the cost of each work package, again from experts and using different techniques, and then determine the budget. And then we control the costs. So let us say we have determined the budget. Let me take an example. And this example is about a wall, let us say, which is going boundary wall we are constructing around our 5-star hotel. Okay. The simple examples will help you to understand things easily. So let me, where is our PPT? Yes, hidden. Yes. So let's imagine we are constructing a boundary wall, and there are 4 walls. Each wall you are given 1 day time, and each wall budget is $1,000. Okay. Just remember. Now you are the project manager and you go to the site on the 3rd day, completion of 3rd day, and you see something. You take the report and now you have to report to Mr. Imran, our sponsor, our Mr. Suvadi. Say, what's happening? What's going on? Now these guys are all high class PMP guys, They don't tell you, sir, behind schedule, not working. They don't like. They're earned a value. They talk in terms of value analysis. Earned value. Tell me schedule variance. Tell me SPI. Tell me CPI. That's how they ask. And you are like looking at them. What's wrong with them? I'm telling you, we are behind schedule by half a day, 2 days. They don't talk these languages. Professional guys. Let us learn their language, right? So let's take this example. So if I take this example, where are we? Where is my notebook? Yes. Yes. So this is the wall, boundary wall. Oh, sorry, I'm not able to keep the line straight, but it's okay. I think you'll excuse me for that. So this will take 1 day. This will take 1 day. This will take 1 day. And this will take 1 day. And budget is $1,000 and $1,000 and $1,000 and $1,000. Okay. And let's say we are on the 3rd day. Okay, so we are reporting, so this wall is completed, let's say. This wall is completed. Then this wall is also completed. And the 3rd wall, oh no, completed only half. As per the problem which is given here. Completed, first wall completed, spent 1,000. Second wall completed, but spent 1,200, we'll come to that. Half done, only 50% completed. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Now, in terms of, first, let us look at what is the planned value. What is the planned value? What we had planned at the end of the 3rd day. We had planned 1,000. Second day, 1,000. This was our planned value. We planned how much? $3,000. But how much we actually did or earned, how much value was earned by our project team? 1,000 they earned, yes. Mr. Imran will pay you them 1,000. You completed one. This also, I will pay you 1,000. Well, oh, Mr. Imran and Mr. Subhadi are not going to pay you 1,000. They are going to pay you only 500. Earned value for your project team is only 2,500 at the end of 3rd day. So, as a project manager, Raj will call Mr. Imran. Sir, now, let me tell you, you are behind schedule or on schedule in this case? Obviously, there is a schedule variance, yes. How much? You are supposed to do 3,000, but you did 2,500. So you are behind schedule by $500 work. We call it as schedule variance, okay? Schedule variance. And schedule performance index. Well, how are you performing in terms of schedule? SPI, schedule performance index is you are completing only 2,500 instead of 3,000, which is approximately, let me tell you how much it is. Everything is solved, Don't have to worry too much. Where is it? 2,000 divided by 2000 divided by 0.833. 0.833. 0.833. Okay. We are looking at 0.833. You are not at 100% schedule, only 83%. That is what Mr. Raj will report. My performance in terms of time is 83%. Okay. And if you continue to operate in this way, will you complete in 4 days? No. No way. Divide that by 0.833 and you will get, it will be more than 4, whatever it is, the number I'm not going to calculate, but that will be your estimated duration now, because you are at 83% performance in terms of schedule. So sorry to say that. You're never in time. Project managers, you're never in time. Okay, it doesn't matter. It happens. Everyone, no one is on time. Don't worry. Now coming to the cost. How well are you managing the cost? So we'll actual cost. $1,000 where second day you spent $1,200. Oh no, not good. Third day you should have spent 500 only because 500 worth was completed, but you spent 600 as per the how much? $600. Yes, and 50% complete. So 600, half done. Yes. Then you are at how much is the actual cost? 2,800. You accomplished only 2,500 worth of work and you spent 2,800. Definitely your cost. You are not really doing good job, my dear friend. Mr. Raj really need to improve. Okay. Okay. So here, how much? It is 2,500 minus 2,800. How much is it? Minus 300 over budget. And cost performance index in terms of efficiency. How much is the index? 2,500 divided by 2,800. Oh, whatever it is, okay, 0.893. 0.893. 89% you're operating. Well, Mr. Raj, you need to grow. If you continue to operate like that, you will not finish the job in $4,000, my friend. You will finish the job in 4,000 divided by 0.89. 4,479 additional estimate to complete, additional. Variance at completion will be $479 in addition. So this is how you do the earned value analysis, okay? By the way, this is considered a very difficult topic, but we have seen that it's not that difficult. No. Life is easy. Don't fail in PMI. That's the worst thing to happen. How can you fail, my dear friend? How can you fail? No way, can't fail. Okay, then comes the next one. So as we are managing cost in terms of scope, etc., you will, as I say, like, sometimes you are over budget, sometimes you are not on time, sometimes you are off the scope, off the spec. You promise something, you are delivering something else. Quality issues. Whenever there are quality issues, you can use lots of techniques to, of course, inspection, auditing, these are all tools and techniques to verify your scope and see your quality. And if you see some defects, some problems, of course, coming back to our dear table, process groups. We call these as process groups. These are all processes. And then because these are processes, the whole thing becomes a process group. And there are 5 process groups: initiating process group, planning process group, execution process group, monitoring process group, monitoring and controlling process group, and closing process groups. Processes, groups of processes. And these are knowledge areas. Scope management, schedule, integration management, integrating everything. And we'll come to that later. And in fact, whatever we are talking about, like integration only. So scope management, about the scope. Schedule, about the schedule. Cost, about the schedule. Now quality. Plan quality management, manage quality, control quality, using tools and techniques. There are lots of tools and techniques. You want me to show in software or you want to show in manual? Tell me, whatever. I'm having both. Whichever. I'm using Minitab software. If you join our training programs, you get Miniserve software also. This as part of a like complementary. You get, yeah. Okay. So coming back, quality. So we are. So I want to see you want to see in software or you want to see manually. Your choice, or both also if possible. Manuals. People are saying manual. Oh my! So many people know. Okay, software. I'll show very quickly later on manually. Right. Okay, tell me during your project what problem you are facing. Give me one problem. We'll solve that right then and there. We'll apply all these tools and techniques. Quality tools and techniques will solve it. Okay. Which problem? Which problems you are facing? Tell me. Delay in procurement. Okay. You can write it to everyone. Don't write it to turnaround time. Okay. Quality related. See, quality related problem is related to something like scope, time, lack of resources, finance, scheduling. So scheduling, procurement, delays. Okay. Yeah, because every project, especially the large projects, have got procurement as key thing, and procurement is definitely okay. So a lot of people are talking about scheduling. So any problem. If you want to solve, very simple, no issues. First, you measure. You cannot improve. You cannot measure. You can. I'll advise you to watch my one quality 2.5 hour module on full quality management. I've taken as free Yellow Belt training session as part of Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt session. Please watch that. It's again available on my same YouTube channel of NXS. All the tools in detail with lot of manual and software calculations. I have done it. You can watch it, but right now I'll just do it quickly. So I will do, let's say, procurement management. Okay. Please tell me. Okay. So I will use some tools. First, measure. So first you will measure. You cannot improve, you cannot measure. That was PMP, project manager should believe, project management professional. So let's say you're talking about delays. A lot of people are scheduled delays, and I'm taking this procurement example, let us say. So first you will measure, okay? And if I remember, like say, procurement time, this is like, let's say delays. These are the delays, right? So you collect the data on procurement time. Once you collect the data on procurement time, one of the 7 quality tools which PMI recommends is histogram. Histogram is like a descriptive statistics. It describes how are you performing. Okay, you will make a histogram. I'm using Minitab. To learn that, you can join my PMP trainings and learn in very, very much detail. You can join my Six Sigma programs also, and you will enjoy. Let me tell you, you'll enjoy. And they're not costly also. Okay, so here stat, basic statistics, and I'll just go to graphical summary. Histogram is one quality tool, one of the 7 quality tools a project manager can easily use. And by the way, project manager doesn't have to do all these things like cost management, cost calculation, critical path management. He doesn't have to do anything. He has to get the relevant expert. He should ensure that this is done. Don't think that project manager sits on this table and creates this critical paths and the earned value analysis. No, he doesn't do that anything. He has a team. Okay, project manager is like, director of a film director. Usually it happens, when you see the film, you only see the actors, the music, the songs, the background scores, the script, the dialogues. But you never know the contribution of a director. The project manager here is the director. The person who scaled the heights of Everest first time, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Sherpa. The world knows about them. But there was a project manager who was managing the whole project of taking both of them to the Everest. No one knows about them. So sorry to say. People will admire the 5-star hotel, and they will tell Mr. Imran, what a great job you've done. Oh, Mr. Raj. No, no one will remember you. Oh no. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh, you become a good PMP, earn a lot of money, become a billionaire, and of course, then you recruit project managers. Why not? Okay, so you have got, so project manager will hire quality professionals. Project manager will hire accountants. Project manager will hire IT specialists. Project manager will hire the schedule managers and all the people, experts in project management softwares like Microsoft Project and everything. He will hire. You don't have to do everything, but you have to know. As a PMP, you should know that these things exist. Just pass the exam. After that, you are an authorized PMP professional. Hope to see you as a PMP by December, because by December, after December, there are some changes happening in the syllabus. Not many changes, but some changes. Better you finish off this. Yeah, finish this off as fast as possible. But let us first talk about histogram, average and a standard deviation. Mr. Carl Friedrich Gauss, Mr. Gauss, he found all the processes, repetitive processes, they follow normal distribution, and every process has got an average. Here the average was how much? Average was 124 days. And standard deviation was 3 days. Okay, it's very small here. I don't know, but anyway. So it just tells you that maybe. So if it's 3, so 124, 3 means 127, 130. So it is like X bar, 1 sigma, 2 sigma, and 3 sigma. This is minus 1 sigma, minus 2 sigma, and minus 3 sigma, right? We call this as lower control limit, and we call this as upper control limit. Now, project manager, you are facing procurement delays, schedule delays. I'm just taking an example. It can be anything, safety related issue, any. So the tools remain the same. The sequence here, you have LCL, LUCL, lower control limit, upper control limit. So 124, 127, 130, and I would say here 133. Here it will be 121, 118, and 115. So procurement is taking place between 115 days to 133 days. This is another quality tool called control chart as per PMI. Control, we call it as control charts. So as a project manager, you should monitor control charts of all project delays, number of accidents happening every week, all the things. So we have got, so project manager will monitor all his KPIs, critical parameters. He'll decide about what are the things I'm going to measure. He will plan this in quality management planning. See, every time you have to create a plan. If you see, where is my, yeah. See, the first activity, cost management, is plan cost management, plan quality management, plan resource management, plan. We are planning how I'm going to monitor my quality, what tools I'm going to use. These are all, this will plan quality management. Means in plan quality management, I'm going to plan which tools I will use, which KPIs I will monitor, who will be my team members in quality department. All these things are in the quality management. And then of course, manage quality and then control quality. Again, now coming back, where is that? Yes. Two tools we have learned, histogram we have learned, control chart we have learned. Let us learn one more. Oh, sometimes it goes up. There's a cause and effect diagram to our rescue. We call it cause and effect diagram. Man, machine, material, method. Procurement delay, or whatever your problem, just put your problem here. I'm just putting procurement delays. My cement procurement delayed. My 5-star hotel will get delayed, right? My recruitment of my general manager of a hotel taking long time, it will delay. Everything is all related. We call it fishbone, Ishikawa. Shaila is telling. Shaila Varki, you're right. Fishbone, man, machine, material. Ishikawa also, cause and effect, machine, material. I'll not write it down. I'll show you here. I forgot to show you control chart. So let me show you control chart also. We can do control chart. Everything is today now, no manual calculations, You learn, come to my programs, you learn all these two techniques. Much more, I'm just showing you some of the tools, right? So many great tools available. Procurement time, plus minus 3 standard deviation. If I'm going up above this, that means I'm out of control. This is my average control charts. Yeah. Then cause and effect diagram. I collected the data, invited people, all the procurement. Tell me why procurements are delayed. Tell me why our costs are high. Tell me whatever problem. Invite the people. They have all the information. All your team has got all the information. They have all solutions. Just have to tap them using tools and techniques. So method related, SOP not followed, approval delay, vendor reply delay, skills training, software outdated, defects, material related, all the causes we have listed. And then we make a cause and effect. Yes, delayed recruitment is to do all these causes. But all these causes, over project manager, if his quality manager reports all these, he will get confused, overwhelmed. Already he has so many problems. He has to apply Pareto analysis. Pareto, Mr. Pareto, 80-20 rule. Mr. Pareto, 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule. 80% of your problems are due to 20% of your causes. So many causes you have listed. Mr. Vilfredo Pareto was an Italian economist who found that 80% of the money in Italy was with 20% of the people. Okay, so he called it 80-20 rule. So Joseph Juran applied this to quality. He said 80% of your problem is due to 20%. So 80-20 rule. And then you did it. I'm not going to, if you want to learn how to make Pareto manually, there is a module I have taken on, again, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe that. Also become, please become my connection, LinkedIn connection. I'll accept all the connections that we have got. So reasons for delay, SOP not followed, skills, training, software, lots of, some person is helping me to collect the data. In God we trust, rest others bring data. Yeah. You are a data oriented person as a PMP, project management professional. Take decisions based on data analysis. You collected the data. Most of the time vendor selection delays appearing here. Okay, right, very nice. So if there were time, I would have taken your inputs and I would have constructed a beautiful diagram taking your inputs, but right now due to lack of time, I'm just making assumptions. I have got previous data and I'm creating Pareto. So requirements clarity. Requirements are not clear. Actually, we have done a very beautiful project on how to reduce the delays in the big projects, oil and gas, rig moves. There are a lot of projects we have done and have presented on various forums, American Society of Quality and project management conferences, IQPC conferences. And one of the things which we had used, Pareto was showing what are the reasons of project delays. So anyway, let us come back to our project. Requirements clarity, delivery delay, delivery of our item. Vendor selection delay, approval delay. These are the four contributing 22 times, 20 times, 11, percentage, 25.3%, 23%, 12.6%. All these percentage contribution of each of these causes given here. And the cumulative, this line is representing the cumulative percentage. 25 plus 23 is 48, 48 plus 12 is 60. So if you see all these like 80 is like first four or approximately first five are responsible for 80% of our delays. So we'll focus on them. We'll collect further information. We'll not leave it like that. Deep, in-depth analysis. Deep dive. This is known as deep dive analysis. Not leaving at Pareto. Again, we collect the data. Okay, what we suspected, delivery time, vendor selection time, clarity, requirements not clear. Okay, let us see when the requirements are clear. Are we getting the procurement time is less? If the requirements are not clear, is it more? Just collect 10 samples. You'll get the information. If requirements are clear and still you are taking 200 days, and requirements are clear or unclear, it doesn't matter. You're still taking 200 days. That means clarity of requirements is not the root cause. Root cause lies somewhere else. So procurement time, is it affected by your, let's say, delivery time? Let us see. We will make when the data is continuous and continuous, like numbers. There are two types of data, continuous and attribute. So this like clarity is attribute data, categorical, medium, low, clarity. Approval delay, yes, no. Again, it's an attribute data. This is continuous data, numbers, can be expressed in numbers, as there's a decimal place possibility. And it has got a unit as well. So here, if you just go to, I'll make a scatter plot. Another tool, another quality tool recommended by PMBOK. Procurement and vendor selection time. Not related at all. There is no relationship. But let us see the other one. Is delivery time affecting my? Yes, of course, there is a relationship. So project manager will tell his team to get scatter diagrams, Pareto charts, control charts, histograms, one more box plots, all these things, flow charts, flow diagram. I'm not making flow chart because similar to that, like we've seen diagramming method, similar to that is flow chart. So all these tools and techniques, you'll become a very good project manager and definitely pass the PMP also. That's first thing only. After that, you need to become a great project manager. Not only you don't have to be like real full-time project manager, you can still see, even though you are in operations, you run a lot of projects. Even personal life also, you have some goals. You treat it as a project. Like you want to achieve some stage or some state of being. Now you want to increase your salary by 2 times in the next 2 years. Make it as a project. Apply all these tools. Why not? Okay, so this is your, just wanted to show you, there are so many tools, but in the interest of time, I'll just move on. And if you want to see those tools more and more, you can have a look at my Yellow Belt training program. Specifically, go to Annexa's YouTube channel and look for my free 2-hour Yellow Belt training or something like that. Maybe my team will send you the link and watch it in full. You will learn a lot of things. So we have learned some tools here. Then comes, okay, let us do some question and answer. Ready for that? We will continue. We'll continue. It's not coming to the end. Let us do some question and answer. Are you ready? Who wants to be a billionaire? Are you ready? Okay. Devi और सज्जनों, स्वागत है आपका कौन बनेगा PMP में. Okay. Let us play the game. Who wants to be a millionaire or who wants to be a PMP? In the life, you face a lot of difficulties, but the real PMP is the one who uses all these tools and techniques and solves all the project management related problems. Okay. So here is the first question. This is going to give you $10,000.
Let's play. Here we go.
Nathri is taking, Stephens is taking, I need a lifeline right in the beginning. Okay. When a product or service completely meets the customer's requirements, the cost of quality is low, quality is achieved, cost of quality is high, the customer pays the minimum price. Let's see what is the right answer. Right answer is B, and the person who gave the right answer for the first time is Mohammed Dabous. Welcome. You get $10,000. Oh, virtual money. Virtual training, virtual money. Okay, well done, Mr. Bhai. Okay, next question. You're right, you get the right answer. Oh, yes, real answer is A, and Raj has given, the project manager has given the right answer. Why do you think, Mr. Raj, is A is the answer? क्यों लगता है आपको कि A होना चाहिए इसका answer? Well, yes, A is the real answer. Yes, you're right. A is the answer. And one more. Now be careful. This is for $1 million. Team is using fishbone diagram to help determine what quality standards will be used on the project. What quality standards? It is imagining which part of the management process they are in. Planning or performing? Yes, so most of you have. Now it is audience poll, and 70% feel it's A and 30% feel it's B, but it's A. Right answer is A. Remember, be careful. See, in PMP exam, all questions are sometimes correct. You have to choose the best answer. So you have to be a little careful. They are brainstorming on what tool I will use. They're not using the tool. If they were using the tool, then we would have said that, maybe B is the answer. If they were using quality, but they are, which tool? Now using fishbone diagram to determine which standards will we use, So this is a tricky question. Deliberately, I put a difficult one, but okay. So, but other questions are very simple. Okay. Coming to the next one. Don't forget the team. Project manager always works with the team, and coming back, he has to have a team. He has to like sometimes 100, 200, 500, 600 people he's going to manage. He has to motivate them, acquire, plan, resource management, estimate activity resources, how many people will be needed, acquire the resources, develop the team, skill them if required, train them, manage them, motivate them, very important. There are some motivational techniques, Maslow's theory, expectancy theory, Herzberg's theory. We learn about those techniques. And when you are forming a team, that there are, maybe I'll take one topic of team building. So there are 4 stages, in fact, sometimes 5 stages, as they say. Form the team. Mr. Raj, Diksha, Shadab, and Dr. Rajendra are in one team. This is the team. Now that when the forming happens, team never thinks about the project objectives. Dr. Rajendra is thinking, why Mr. Raj is made the project manager? I am having more experience. How come Raj is made the project manager? See, people are not thinking about the objectives of the team. They are thinking about themselves. How do I fit? They are trying to see what is the benefit of me being here. So storming happens. Little bit of conflicts are there. In this case, as a project manager, forming, you just inform, communicate, take the people on lunch, kick-off meetings, all these things happen. Storming, answer the questions. Allow them to settle. It will take some time. After that norming happens, then people are ready to perform. Okay. And then once that norming happens, they accept each other. Doctor will say, okay, doesn't matter, Mr. Raj, you be the project manager this time. Next project, I will see who am I. I'll show the world who am I. Yeah. So norming, calm down. And then the team is ready to perform. So you have to, as a project manager, you have to remember that. So we learn some tools and techniques to manage the teams. Emotional intelligence, we talk about that. All these things are there in your resource management module. And then, of course, adjourning. Adjourning means you dismantle the team. Once the objective is accomplished, you tell the team, very well, good job done, Dr. Diksha, you did a good job. Shadab, you did a good job. Girish, you did a good job. Okay. Okay, Girish explain norming. Norming means settling down, accepting each other. That is norming. And then you are performing. So you have to give some time. And then the conflicts, there are lots of, some people say conflicts are bad. No, conflicts are good. Only dead people don't resist. If you are a live organization, you will have conflict. Conflicts are always good for the project. Why are these conflicts? Conflicts are related to schedules. Okay. Conflicts generally happen. It's not due to personality. We feel it's due to personality. This person is always creating problem. No, it is not due to schedules. The second, project priorities. No, he has got his priority, another person, my quality is cost, his priority is time, someone's priority is scope, then conflicts. Then it's not like they hate each other. Oh, Mr. A, I know you hate me because I am this and no, sorry. The same person can be your friend, you know, under different circumstances. But we try to, tell, oh, this person hates me because, and you assign a reason, you think of a reason, and you further hate that person. Sorry, as a project manager, you have to get to the root cause of the conflict. You have to find the root cause. Oh, it's due to schedule. Get those two people together and sort that out. And there are some techniques for that we learn in our training programs. Then resources, like courses. No, give me, this IT person is mine. I took him for 2 weeks. No, you release him. You are taking him for 2 weeks. It has been 3 weeks now. No, give me this HR person. Oh, I need this three construction workers. I have got a 20. I have a requirement. This wall needs to be built. This floor needs to be completed. All conflicts are for the projects. No one looks at your face and hates you. No, sorry, don't think like that. Okay, technical. So project manager has to go to the root cause analysis, right? Okay, they have to go to the root cause. Technical opinion. No, I think this cement quality is not going to work in this foundation. I'm sure about it. This soil is not correct. Oh, what are you talking about? This soil. All conflicts due to technical opinions, administrative procedures, cost. Then comes personality is there, but personality. So please remember that. You have to remember that. And we teach you properly, how to identify that. Risk, you have to think about the risk also. Event, probability, impact, severity, risk. A lot of problems in a project will get solved if you properly address the risk. Okay. Communications also. I'm not going to do much, but communications, if you want, let me cover that also. In communication, very quickly, I'll tell you. So communications, one thing, I'll just give you one tool. Communication is complete only with the feedback loop. So here, what is the communication model? Sender codes the information. What is communication? You're trying to send that information to another person. So he's the sender and is the receiver. Yeah. So you code the information in a language or in a gesture sometimes, or in a tone, or in a email, whichever way, and the receiver decodes it. Now he should decode exactly what Mr. A, the sender, means. Two sources of error. The coding is incorrect by sender. He's not able to code the information correctly. Naturally, receiver will not understand correctly, and he may not decode it correctly. So what Mr. Sender wants to say something, and Mr. Receiver is understanding something else. And then sender will say, I told you 2 weeks back, I already told you, you are not understanding. What happens? What you should do? This thing is missing from our projects. Receiver should again encode what he has understood and send it to sender. And then he will decode. And this information which he wanted to send matches with this information which the sender, if this is equal to this equal to this, feedback is complete. I remember in hospitals, we are consulting for a lot of hospitals, a lot of projects we have done in hospitals in Middle East. There, when you talk about medicine on phone, the person tells the medicine, let's say, if I take some example, paracetamol. The other person repeats, I heard you say paracetamol. The another person repeats, yes, I heard you that you have understood it is paracetamol. And of course, 500 mg or whatever. I'm not an expert there, but so its feedback loop completed, communications is improved. Half of the problems and conflicts are due to miscommunications. So this will, and okay, coming to the risk very quickly. Risk, event, probability, impact, severity, risk. So here, event, fire, see, risk can be positive or negative. Negative risk means it will harm us. Positive means it will benefit us. Any unexpected event is a risk. So fire, procurement delays, you have to, a list of risk is known as risk register. Risk register. So we have a list of risks, events, probability. You can have probability, okay, they have used 1 to 4 scale. You can have different types of scales. Usually you can use, more popular is our probability in impact, probability 0 to 1, probability of occurring that particular event. Impact is, what is the impact? 1 means very, very severe, very high impact. 0 means no impact. Okay. So obviously probability of risk will vary. It will never be 0 because then it is never a risk, isn't it? And 1 is also not a risk because if it is certain to happen, you have to plan for it. It's not a risk. Risk is unlikely event. You're not sure whether it will happen or not. So it will have probability less than 1 always, and of course more than 0. So depending on the scores and the probability impact, multiplication of that is known as severity. So you have got these severities like in the red. So you'll take actions on all the red ones. In the yellow zone, you will take some actions, but not spend too much money. In green, you may accept it. Like say, I know that it's there, but I'll not work on that. So this is how you can, have your probability impact matrix. There are other ways. You can have probability 1, 2, 3, 4 also. Here impact 1, 2, 3, 4 also. You can choose your own scale. PMI doesn't recommend any scale, but they say that you should have a scale. Okay. So that's what. And what are the, depending on risk, you can, for negative risk, you can avoid. Avoid means totally avoid. Like fire, you can avoid it. Oh, sorry, fire generally you will say transfer. Some insurance you can take. That is a strategy of transferring the risk to third party. Yeah. Procurement delay. Let's say customs delay. Customs delay you can avoid by avoiding ordering an item outside the country, buy locally. That means you are avoiding the risk of delay due to the customs clearance. Now, mitigate means you're trying to take corrective action, try to reduce the probability of the cost. Yeah. So here are some examples. And of course, let me show you the other one. Positive risk. Positive risk also you can have 3. Exploit. Exploit means I can exploit it. Share with some third party and then exploit that. Or enhance, further improve the chances of getting that event in your favor and try to get more benefits out of it. So some examples are there. I would have taken, this is taken from people like you who only had given the feedback. My previous training, I think 2-3 days ago only, this team has done. So fire, procurement delays, equipment delays, probabilities 2, 4, 2, and green means positive. Next, hospital next to hotel, coming up next to the hotel. Or implementation, international expo coming here in our city. So that is also a probability, but they're positive. What are the impacts? They've multiplied, get the severity. Highest ones we have taken as the, what is the response strategy? For fire, they are using transfer. For insurance, they are using mitigate. Procurement delays, they are mitigating by follow-ups or putting penalty clauses. Equipment delay, they are mitigating again with enhanced share is for hospital next to hotel. They are enhancing, add 1 more floor because I know a hospital is coming, more patients will come. They will come from various cities. They will like to, our business will increase. A 5-star hotel, people will stay more. So I'm increase, add 1 more floor. You are enhancing or sharing, tie up with the hospitals. Relatives of your patients send it to us. International exploit, be ready for the delegates. Share, tie up with the organizers. Another example I think I have done here, what was that? Yeah. 1 more is there, procurement delay, design delay. They have used probability of 0.1, 0 to 1. Yeah. So same thing, whatever you want to use, you can use, right? So this is one example. Now coming back. So this was your strategy. And of course, there is 1 more strategy, except for both positive and except, like I'm not doing anything. So always there is a risk reserve. for every project. Like this much money is reserved for all the risks, and then that's how. Then there are different types of contracts in the procurements. So just very briefly, let me just talk about that. When you are talking about contract types in procurements, fixed price means, I'll pay you this much money. Like painting job, take $100 and paint it. That's it. Cost reimbursable, go and buy the paint. I'll reimburse the paint cost. I'll reimburse your painter's cost as well. Go and buy get the painters. I'll reimburse. Plus, I'll pay you 10% as your fee. And time and material contracts, a mix of hybrid type of contracts, like fixed units plus variable quantities. Like per construction, manpower, I will pay this much of dollars per day. Now, rate is fixed, but a number of man days may differ, or number of people may differ. So it's a time and material contracts. Okay, and then stakeholder management, they are also important. So what we have seen, just to go back. So resource management is important, communications is important, risk management is important, and procurement management types of contracts. When you are constructing the 5-star hotel, you have to buy a lot of things, like buy cement, buy steel, recruit people. Some of the things you'll have to do it, make or buy means you have in-house team also. Sometimes you have to outsource it. You have to take decisions, make contracts, a lot of contracts, and manage those procurements. There is a process of that, create RFP, RFQ, all these things we learn in our PMP trainings. And the stakeholder management, how to manage the stakeholders, very important. You have to keep Mr. Imran and everyone happy. Yeah. So for that, we create a stakeholder register, their names, position, then also understand who is important, like Mr. Imran, high power, high interest, right? Or Mr. Shuvajit, high power, but not interest is okay because he's billionaire. This 5-star hotel is like one more thing for him. So interest is okay. So Mr. Imran, we have to manage closely. Mr. Shuvajit, we have to keep him satisfied. Then other people, like interest is high, but power is low. Your project team members, you have to keep them informed and monitor those. Some team members will be, or stakeholders, interest is low and power is low. You have to just monitor them. Then sample stakeholder analysis, like you have to create that. We create all these things, and if you want, when you study if you study with me or anywhere else, doesn't matter, you do these exercises yourself, right? It will help you. Basically, the project PMP asks you, they check whether you understood the concept. Yeah, they don't test you. A lot of people are inputs, outputs. They keep memorizing this. I'm so sorry. This is the one tip, another tip. The 3 tips I'm coming to. They keep memorizing. No, sorry. Please don't do this. If you have understood the concept, you will answer the question, definitely, for sure. The understanding the concept is important. Again, expectations management matrix. I'm creating what are the expectations of everyone in terms of scope, time, and guidelines. So all the issue logs for stakeholders we have, what are the issues everyone raises, date reported by, assigned to, all these things. Very, very, and of course, once you complete the project, very important, release the staff. Don't release them too soon. Don't release too late, because both way morale gets affected. And reward the people. PMP says, if you have taken, your staff should be paid before the project gets closed. Everyone should be paid appropriately. Yeah. So retaining the knowledge base, all the lessons learned, whatever you have learned from the project, don't close the project and go to another project immediately. Spend some 15 days, 1 month to document everything. Share this knowledge with others. Present in project management conferences. We conduct from every Friday from Saudi time 3 to 4, India time 5:30 to 6:30, European time related, all the times, US times, you can convert. We conduct a quality talk on our Facebook live, and They are all past recordings are available on our Facebook page, Annexus Europe. You can like that page, and share your lessons. People share, all our alumni, they share whatever they have learned. Last 16 years we have been conducting training programs, and that's what that's a lot of people have reached senior positions now, so they are happy to share with all of us. Yes, so you have, congratulations, you have earned PDUs. You can go and directly get your PDUs from pmi.org. If you want a certificate, some minimum basic admin cost will be there, very, very minimum. It's like just nothing, maybe cost of cup of coffee. You can, but if you need the certificate, that also can be arranged. But even if you directly go to PMI and just say Annexus Consultancy, and you have done a training from select other training institutes, and just select, that will be, you'll get a PDU. And the 3 tips. Now the 3 tips. Yes, don't go without it. The first thing, the first tip, and this is really, I'm telling you, it has helped us. And with this trick, we have really made a lot of people, those who follow this, they definitely pass with minimum effort. I'm talking about minimum effort. Minimum effort means what? If you have a lot of time, then I'll tell you that also. So first, if you have got very minimum time, read the material which we give it. We have the material which I have just presented. It expanded version is available during the training. Just read that one more time. So attend our trainings, read it one time only, just read it. Okay, you will understand everything, you'll recall everything. Second, all the exams, all the questions, we solve 40 questions on every chapter, mostly taken from Rita's book. Rita's book is very, very highly recommended book for learning PMP, the go-to book of all PMI. Rita's book. So we practice, we make you practice these questions. We will not allow you to go away like a gym trainer. There's like, I should lift the weights, I should run every day. But unless the trainer, makes you do all these things, then you don't do, right? So we are those coaches, right? We make you do all these things. You can check with our past attendees. We solve all these questions, and not only after 4 days, after that also we continue till the time you want to attend our session. Keep on attending, learn more and practice more and more. So that is one thing. So second. Third is, if you still have to, if these 2 things you do, you will definitely pass. Third thing, all the figures and the diagrams of PMBOK. So you will become a member of PMI.org, $125. This money will be reduced from your exam fee if you want to appear for exam. In the PMBOK, all the diagrams, pictures and figures, this will be, you just go through them. Most of them you will be able to recall after attending our sessions, and that is good enough, and you will definitely pass. Definitely means definitely pass. So additional, our 4 days of training plus 2-3 more days of practice with us, plus 3-4 more days of study, definitely you'll pass. 100% you'll pass. The second thing is, still you have time. Still you have time. Now these are the 3 things enough for you, but still you have time. You want to be a trainer like me, then read whole of Rita's book and read whole of PMBOK. And one more other tip is, you will get, once you know that, when you tell people I'm doing PMP training, they will send you a lot of videos, they will send you a lot of templates, they will send you a lot of PPTs. There's a lot of material from this training institute, that training institute, US training institute, UK training institute, Dubai training institute, Indian training institute. Oh my God. And what will happen? You know what will happen. You know what will happen. Don't do this. Stick to one thing. And that's what I said. Stick to, let's say, one training program. Our arts is like real good one. Stick to that and get enrolled with us. If you are interested, well, our team will be happy to enroll you at a very, very affordable cost. Deepulal is saying PMP exam starting from next year will be tougher than the current one. Answer is C. The exam will be, if you are with us, exam is simple, whichever way. no one knows. That's a risk, risk management. You never know, right? This is like known, unknown. We categorize the risk into three: known, known unknown, and unknown, unknown. So it's like a known, unknown. We don't know. But even if it is tougher, we are there with you. We will study. We will appear. I will myself appear for the exam first. We'll see the tricks, and I'll share all the things. So don't worry. But so to be very honest, if someone claims that they know it will be tougher or simpler, no one knows, to be very honest, because it has not, that event has not happened. Probabilities, it will be almost same. It will be almost same, but it will be a little different. Some of the things will be changed. Okay. Shivali is asking, how can I get the PDUs? You have already earned the PDUs. You just go to PM. If you are already a PMP, then you can use it to maintain your PMP certification. And if you are not a PMP, then of course, these two PDUs plus the other PDUs which you attend the training with us will be allocated to you. And you can just directly go there, write our company name, annexes, and you have attended our training program, and you will get which mocks are similar to mock exams are almost similar to PMI. So questions which we solve are similar to PMI. Of course, we send you some mock exams as well. If you register with us, definitely. Otherwise, so many mock exams are available on the internet. But ours is like, we can guarantee that it is closely matching to the what PMI asks. Should I read entire PMBOK or RITA for passing exam? I have already answered that question. You don't have to really read it, full book. And that's what the tip, one of the tips, the 3 tips I was telling. I told you what to do. I did not say what not to do, but that is contained in the tip, that don't have to read. See, if you can read, why not? But if you want to pass the exam without reading those 600 pages, no, I know we have a limited time. That is why you read the material which we give. Then we give you some questions. They are good enough. This question bank, and they are coming mostly from Rita's book. And the material which we have drawn is from PMBOK, because we are an REP, a registered education provider. So we have to use the PMBOK material only, and it is the same thing which from which the questions are asked. So that's good enough. I don't have to really read full. But as I said, if you want to do it, if you have time, you can do that. The scope statement signed before project cost estimation or after? Scope statement needs to be signed before the project cost estimation, although cost estimation can simultaneously start, but you cannot complete the cost estimation unless you know the scope. Some clients ask for appropriate budget before signing up. See, they are asking for the top level. I say there are different levels of budget estimations. So top level estimates are, they may be asking for that. Yeah, but the detailed estimations cannot be done without your work breakdown structure is complete, and and full scope statement is ready. So you have to detailed cost estimation can happen. That is
just one question I have, like you suggested Rita book also very good. Just wanted to know which one to start, like PM book after almost after these many years, we have not even touching the book, only playing on computers.
As I said,
coding.
So we have pulled out all the juice of PMBOK, put it in our material. So what we cover in, like what you saw was from PMBOK only. So just if you go through that, our material, which is not so long, not so big, with our explanation, that's enough. So we don't recommend even reading either PMBOK or Rita. But suppose you're not attending our session, just in case, then of course you'll have to read PMBOK, and then Rita's, every chapter has got some questions, 30-40 questions. Just solve those questions, even if you're not reading Rita. But yeah, other tip is, like, if you just attend our session, it becomes much easier. How to find KPI? KPI is, Pugazendi is asking, how to find KPI? KPI is key performance indices. Okay, key performance indices means what are important measures from customers' perspective? Now, first is you have to ask your main customers, what do you want to us to report? So they will tell you, no, I'm very much concerned about these areas, these quality, like you should be delivering as per the standards, the time, cost, etc. And that KPIs can be related to product as well as project. Product means all the KPIs related to your hotel, 5-star hotel. Project means time durations of project, cost over budget, under budget. So all these, the KPIs can be related to the project or the products which is end result of your project. So you have to ask from the customers, convert into measures, metrics, and you can measure everything either in continuous data or attribute data. I have done this full module, how to measure everything, in one of my videos. It's there again in the same. Go to my NX's YouTube channel, and there is. If you, I have answered this question. Many people have asked these questions. You can just see my yellow belt training, free yellow belt training program of 2.5 hours. You'll get many of your questions. I have described in detail how to measure everything in this world. Is Six Sigma or PMP both same? No, they are different. Six Sigma is different, PMP is different. Lean Six Sigma, we are authorized to issue the certificate also. We conducted trainings, exam and certificate, and worldwide recognition of that certificate is there. We are affiliated to IASSC. That's a different thing. Six Sigma is an improvement project, process improvement project, but it's like a process improvement project, quality related projects, like and reducing times, solving related quality problems. PMP is like doing big projects like refinery, constructing refinery, building, constructing 5-star hotel. All these things, like they are project management related to project management. Are you conducting RPA training? Yes, we are conducting RPA training also. I am a BPO operations, have handled a lot of projects. How important or relevant is PMP certification? See, PMP certification become a must-have nowadays. Vijayendra. See, PMP, green belt, black belt, these are like, they are no longer nice to have. They have become, if you are from IT, for sure, it's like you have to be a PMP. That is one thing, because you will be managing projects anyway after some time if you are not already managing. In operations also, you will be managing projects. A lot of tools and techniques which you learn as a project manager, a PMP professional, are useful in day-to-day operations also. So when someone says that I am a PMP professional, or even a green belt or Six Sigma professional, we know that you know a lot of tools and techniques to manage the things better. So any company or any recruiter will be happy to have you in his team, in his or her team. So like PMP exam will be objective or subjective. It's objective type. 4 options are there. Our training, you still receive a joint certificate from PMI and NXS Europe saying for 35 PDUs. That itself is very highly valuable certificate. Even though you don't want to appear for exam, still knowledge, the 1-2 hour knowledge, I'm sure you have learned some tools which are useful to you. Qualification, if you have a 4-year degree, then 3 years of project experience. And project experience doesn't mean you have to be a hardcore project manager. You can, even if you're an operations manager, you can show that you have done some projects. Yeah. What it means 36 months leading project. 36 months leading project. My question is, quality manager is good enough? Yes, quality manager is good enough if you are doing see, in quality also, you must have done simple projects, one month project, 2-month project, installation of new quality measurement equipment. That also is a project. So project doesn't mean always that, 5-star hotel construction, but this hotel construction, if you are doing well and good, but even simple, small projects, small improvement project, quality improvement projects, starting a new inspection facility, anything which is a one-time activity, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months duration. If you have got around 3-4 years of experience, you can show some experience there. That should not be a problem. Okay, that's very much possible. We help you. We help you there. We help you to extract the project-related experience from your normal non-project related, so-called non-project related, because everyone is running projects. If you are in operations, definitely in quality, you are running projects for sure. which process group is required to know by heart? See, this is, let me tell you, understanding the overall concept is more required to pass the exam. There's nothing like one process group is like very, very critical or important. They give equal importance to all the process group. But yeah, if you look at if you really need the answer, the most emphasis is given on planning and execution and monitoring controlling. So most emphasis is there. So planning is something, if you really do very well, you would be able to, how will you understand a few powerful negative stakeholders, legal, title, information, and other positions for your project from stakeholders register or set? You will understand from stakeholders analysis. Yeah, Radha has asked a very nice question. How will you understand few powerful negative stakeholders? So analysis, you have to analyze and understand. Okay, one more thing, you have typed in some question. Okay, so I am a sabbatical from insurance domain with 7 years of experience. After 6 years of gap, I am working as professor. Now I wish to join PMP. It will be improved into IT. You don't have IT projects. See, once you are a PMP, it's not necessary that you have to have a domain expertise. It helps if you are in that domain, it helps. But PMP, project manager, management professional, maybe like construction of a 5-star hotel, you don't have to be a civil engineer. Yeah. Or for IT, running an IT project, you don't have to be a software programmer. Yeah. So definitely you can still do the, so this is, as I was telling, planning and execution is coming mostly. Most of the questions are from planning and execution. Planning is the most critical in terms of passing the exam. So you see planning and execution, 60 number of questions. See, 25 are pre-test question. You will not be scored on them. 175. So usually they say 60-65% plus. If you score, you will pass. So we say we target 75%, 75-80%. If you target that, you will definitely pass. Start coming weekend, then may I appear in exam before end of December 2020? Yes. There are small changes appearing, and if you suppose you are not able to pass, like appear for the exam before 31st December, don't worry. We will help you free of cost. We'll roll you over to the next session. A little bit of changes we will tell you, and then you can appear in the next year's exam. Prabhat Jain is asking, thanks a lot for your quality time and nice session. I have query, but no experiences, project manager or project integration. However, I want to switch into PM field. How do? No. They don't worry. We will find the project management related experience from your career, so you can easily show that. See, many times we are like the way I did. I used to think I don't have enough project management experience when I appeared for the exam. Then my trainer helped me, find out that I had a lot of project related. See, you don't have to have full project experience. Oh, sorry, I should have told this to everyone earlier. You don't have to have full project, like all phases. Even if you have quality management, that is good enough. If you have got cost management, that is good enough. If you have got little bit of contribution, don't have to have all phases of experience. Like I have to have a time management, also cost management. No, even HR manager as a HR management, that's good enough. So any one area of experience you have, that's good enough for you to show in the PMI exams.
Yeah, I've done it earlier with my complete sessions with the other EduReka, but I'm not convinced the way they have presented the stuff. So, but I have gone through 2 hours session with you. It's a really good one. I will reach out to your team, to be very frank, because I'm taking a complete month off probably very soon in December. I'll look into it, that how to go ahead with my PMP.
Thanks a lot, Dinesh, and most welcome. If you want, you can just contact my team. We can do something for you. Why not?
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I attended this session, and Okay, I like to continue for this 32 hours
Okay.
and to earn this PMP.
Most welcome.
Amitabh, it's a good session. I have also attended your yellow belt. Just thank you so much. It's very, very helpful, especially the content that you cover. I'm sure we would be getting more once we will join the official courses of yours. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already spoke regarding this PMP. Okay, I'm working in Muscat as a project manager. So now I have time to finish this PMP. So I will put my full effort to clear this PMP.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad that I have attended this course. I'm very much interested. Today, I came to know from my one of my friends, and I really enjoyed the session by you. 2-hour session. I think I'm very happy because you have touched all the areas of PMP course in 2 hours, like with all the explanations. I think the full course will be very interesting by seeing your 2 hours course. Yeah.
It was an awesome training, really very crisp and clear, and you explained it really well. So I'm kind of feeling confident right now.
It was a really very nice and excellent session. You have delivered really professionally.
Thanks a lot. This is Amitabh Saxena signing out from Annexa's team. My Annexa's team has done a wonderful job. I would say we have got Naveen, Anil, Vignesh, Pavitra there with me. Thanks a lot to all of you for your all support, and also the other team members. We have Gopi, Ashwini, Gopika Rao, Gopika Nair, Rajesh, Ramya, everyone. Thanks a lot for all your support, and all other team members. I may have forgotten. It's night, late night. Okay, so thanks a lot.